Imagine waking up to a life where everything you do is controlled not just by tradition, but by the government. In North Korea, women are shown as happy, strong, and successful. But is that the truth? In this video, we'll show you what a day in the life of a North Korean woman really looks like. From their tough morning routines to their quiet struggles at night, we'll uncover the huge gap between what's shown to the world and how they actually live. Stay with us to find out the hidden truth. Morning routine. Let's start with the morning, the time that shapes the day ahead. The government's false stories portray women waking up happily, ready to help their families and the country. Most women wake up before sunrise to the sound of loud government radio broadcasts. These radios are installed in every home and can't be turned off. They play motivational speeches and patriotic songs meant to keep people loyal to the state. Breakfast is usually very simple, just a bowl of cornmeal porridge, often eaten in silence. For women living in rural areas, the mornings can be especially grueling. They might spend hours collecting water from distant wells, often in harsh weather conditions. In cities, women face their own struggles, like overcrowded apartments with shared facilities and long waits for basic services. After preparing breakfast, mothers face the challenge of sending their children to school, where education is less about learning and more about memorizing loyalty to the leader. Meanwhile, they begin their own day of work, be it in a factory, on a farm, or as part of the volunteer labor force, which is often unpaid. Here's something unexpected: many women secretly swap small items like rice or soap with their neighbors during these morning routines. This underground bartering system is a quiet act of survival in a tightly controlled society. Work and daily duties. Next comes work. According to official claims, women are celebrated as heroes in factories, on farms, and even in the military. But what's work really like for them? Factory work is exhausting. Many women are tasked with operating old, poorly maintained machines that often break down, causing delays. When quotas aren't met, supervisors punish workers by cutting their already limited rations or subjecting them to public criticism. For women, this is not just physically draining but emotionally taxing. In farming communities, women endure long hours in the fields, planting and harvesting crops that are largely taken by the government. They're left with just enough to scrape by, leading many to resort to the illegal street markets known as jangmadang. These markets are lifelines where women trade handmade goods, homegrown vegetables, or even small pieces of jewelry to get what their families need. Incredibly, some women have turned these markets into secret hubs of innovation. They've found ways to make simple cosmetics or repair old electronics to sell. These small acts of entrepreneurship are both dangerous and brave in a country where such activities are forbidden. Social life and leisure. The government's misleading information shows women enjoying lively social events like parades, group dances, and colorful festivals. But what do they actually do in their free time, if they have any? Free time is a rare luxury. When they're not working or managing household chores, women often gather to discuss survival strategies or trade goods. These gatherings are less about fun and more about necessity. However, small moments of joy can be found, such as sharing jokes, songs, or childhood stories. One of the few state-approved activities is attending group performances or mass gymnastics shows, which are meant to showcase loyalty and unity. Participation is mandatory for many, leaving women with little choice in how they spend their time. Interestingly, smuggled South Korean dramas and films have become a secret form of escape for many women. These shows reveal a life of freedom and comfort, giving them hope but also a painful reminder of what they lack. Watching these dramas, however, is a serious risk, with punishments ranging from fines to imprisonment, family and household life. At home, women are expected to handle most of the responsibilities. The government portrays them as loving and joyful caretakers, but how much of this is true? Household chores are time-consuming and physically exhausting. Cooking requires sourcing firewood or coal, and food preparation is often limited by what little supplies are available. Cleaning is equally challenging, especially in rural areas where running water is scarce. Women must also mend clothes, repair household items, and sometimes even build or maintain parts of their homes. Family life is complicated by fear. Children are taught to spy on their parents and report any negative remarks about the government to teachers or officials. This creates a tense environment where trust is fragile. Despite this, mothers find creative ways to nurture their families. Some teach their children math, reading, or even foreign languages in secret. These quiet acts of love show the strength of North Korean women, even under extreme pressure. Nighttime and end of day. Evenings are often described in false stories as peaceful family time. But for most women, the night brings both relief and worry. After dinner, typically a small meal of rice or soup, women continue their work by sewing, mending, or preparing for the next day. For many, nighttime offers a rare chance to connect with their families. Mothers might help their children with school assignments or teach them life lessons that go beyond the government's teachings. Some women use the cover of darkness for acts of quiet defiance. Trusted friends gather to share forbidden books, listen to foreign radio broadcasts, or watch smuggled movies. These gatherings offer a sense of connection and hope, even if they last only a few hours. One surprising fact is the rise of secret diaries among North Korean women. These journals are hidden treasures where women record their thoughts, dreams, and fears. Writing down their truths in a world of lies is both empowering and dangerous. Behind the government's stories lies a world of struggle, strength, and quiet bravery. North Korean women live lives very different from what we see in misleading information. Each day is a fight to survive, but it also shows how strong they are in the face of such hard challenges. If you want to learn about another untold story, check out our video on the Congo Free State. It's a deep look into the dark history of King Leopold's rule and the people who endured it. You won't want to miss it.